Yo, what is going on, everybody? So Epic Games just released possibly, no, not even possibly, I'm going out there, I'm going bold. This is the biggest update ever for controller users here in Fortnite. The biggest update. I'm throwing it out there. You can call me wrong, you can say whatever you want, but this is finally an update that controller users and console users will be able to start competing and building with PC players. This update, trust me guys, it's huge. It's possibly the biggest one to date. I'm sure there are going to be some bugs with it, like some stuff not working with the controller sensitivity and things of that nature. But we're going to go through all the new things, and I'll show you guys my settings and everything that goes through here. And I'm just super excited to kind of test out with the controller community and find the best settings to really start competing with PC players. So let me stop dancing and let's start talking through these settings. Okay, stop dancing. Right here, as we're going to go through, and you'll see right away. So you see, instead of a controller X sensitivity of 0.8 or 0.7, you already noticed that I have 0.75, and I can adjust this all the way. I can adjust by the 0.01. It used to be we only had like 9 or 10 values for your X and Y sensitivity, from 0.1 all the way up to 1.0. But now we can go into the tenths, which is just huge. Or no, not the tenths, the 100ths. Man, I haven't been in like low grade math in a long time, so I might have that wrong. But either way, look at this. So now we can change from, I used to play on 0.8, 0.6, guys. 0.8 on the X, 0.6 on the Y. But now I'm going to be trying out 0.75, maybe 0.7, because now we also have a controller build sensitivity. And I'll explain that in a second. But you want your combat sensitivity to be personal to you, okay? Don't just copy my settings. You want your settings to be wherever you can kind of like, you can be in a fight and you can like run around and accurately like do a 360 and hit a shot. That's kind of how I gauge my combat sensitivity. If I can accurately like turn around and shoot somebody like that or whatever, that's when you know you have a good one. So practice with your shotguns and try to figure it out. Adjust your settings as much as you need to, whether you need to hop in playground with a friend or you just want to keep dropping in like the disco domination or 50v50, whatever that may be. Just keep adjusting this. Like, let's say you're barely missing your shotgun shots, well then just go down to like 0.73. Then if you're still barely missing them 0.73, go down to like 0.71. If that maybe feels a little slow, then go to 0.72. We have so many means of adjusting this now. And so just toggle with it, play with it until you feel like you got a good zone for you and something that's really working for you, and then you can go from there. And so I have my Y also on 0.64, or I'll probably put it 0.65, only a whole 0.1 below my X. I don't know why in Fortnite, I just feel like you don't have to look up and down as much, so I like to keep it a little lower than my X. But again, I might be adjusting this depending on how things are working in the game and if I really feel comfortable with that 0.65. These are my targeting and scope sensitivities. These did not change at all. I don't even know if I like my settings for these, but you know, we might be adjusting those eventually, but that's what I'm currently using. Here is the biggest thing from all of this, guys. Controller building sensitivity. So I'll just read the description. It says right here, sets the modifier for controller sensitivity when in build mode. If you have it at 1.0, which is right here, it'll have no change when in build mode. So let's just show that. So like right now you can see my sensitivities like this. If I bring out build mode, same speed. The speed does not change at all. So I can still build like a 1x1. So like if I was trying to build a 1x1, it'd be that same speed. However, whenever you set that modifier up, which you can go all the way up to 2.0, let's try to get that description back up. Alright, so lower settings will have more slowdown when in build mode. So I guess you could go down to 0.5 and slow down your sensitivity in build mode. Or higher settings will increase sensitivity when in build mode. And it's a multiplier. So if you go up to 2.0, it will multiply your X sensitivity by 2 and your Y sensitivity by 2. So let me show you this. So like as you can see, like I was just doing, spinning in a circle. Now go to build mode. You see the difference here. I'm sorry, I don't want to give you guys a headache or anything watching this. I know it's kind of, but just watch this. Just going up, and look how fast you can whip around. Obviously, I don't have this down yet, but I do recommend guys playing on a higher sensitivity, setting that modifier at least to Oh my gosh, dude, this is so fast. Just look at that. Look how fast you can go. So I don't know if 2.0 is going to be the best value. Obviously, it depends on what your X and your Y are, on how much you multiply that. But at the same time, you should at least be going up to like 1.5. At least to 1.5. Because the biggest problem on console was that we couldn't build super quick while having our combat sensitivity somewhere where we could control shotgun shots. And actually, yo, something that's messing me up right now is another setting we're going to talk about in a second in this video. So right now, I'm just going to rock 1.5 on that build sensitivity for a second here as I show you guys the rest of these settings. So sprint by default, I have off. Sprint cancels reload. We'll just go through all of these real quick. Reset building choice, of course. Aim assist on. Edit mode, aim assist off. Turbo building on. Highly recommend turbo building now that the sensitivity is going to be higher on building. Auto material change, of course. Controller auto run off. I've always felt like that messes me up. Allow cross-platform parties on. Auto open doors off. Auto pick up weapons off. Consumables off. And then here we go, guys. Builder Pro build immediately. Builder Pro build immediately. First off, if you don't use Builder Pro, I highly recommend you make the switch, because a lot of these changes they're making to where like you can customize your controls and such are kind of being factored around Builder Pro. So if you really want to maximize your build settings here on controller, it's the way to do it. So Builder Pro build immediately. Let's just read it. When switching to a different build piece using Builder Pro, it will try to build immediately. Now this is something that is going to take me a while to get used to. Like, as you can see, when I was building there, I kept placing things where I didn't want to place them, but I'm extremely happy with this change. So what this does is, let me save those. What this does is, okay, so you bring out building. I have my wall right here. So I'm only going to press one button here. I'm going to press left trigger for ramp. And I'm not going to hold it. You used to have to press it and hold it to get it to go right away on Builder Pro. So there's a slight delay in laying that piece. Now it's just press left trigger and it's down. And now let's say I want to switch from ramp to a wall, just press right trigger. And now I got to lay a roof over my head, just press LB. It is so big. This is such a big change. Like, dude, I can't even describe it. We might finally on console be able to do like that triple ramp rush. I don't want to try it right now because I'll embarrass myself. But this is huge, guys. This is huge. Instead of, I know I sound like a little kid with like voice crack and stuff, but I am so excited. Like, this is, Epic is making leaps and bounds for us console players and really just controller players in general. I know there's some controller players that play on PC because I do that as well. But this is massive. So I highly recommend you use Builder Pro and you turn that on. And then we're going to get to the last change here as well. Controller edit hold time. So I know a lot of you guys still might have on your custom bindings. You still might have, let's go over to the build edit control. Dude, there are edit controls now too. This is insane. You can change the confirm on edit as well. Wow. Okay, we're going to go through that as well. Let me look at these for a second and then we'll go straight into it. Okay, guys, well, we're going to look at the standard combat control settings real quick because I imagine a lot of you haven't done custom bindings just yet. So I'm going to talk about this real quick. So as you can see, to edit a hold piece, it's still on B where you hold, and we'll go through Combat Pro and everything as well. Yeah, it's a B and a hold on there. Quick Builder, B and a hold, B and a hold. Okay, so it's B on all of the controller settings. Got that. So if you change the edit hold time right here, if you change that and you lower that, let's just try down to like 0.1 instead of 0.11 instead of 0.2. So let's see, are we on Combat Pro or Builder Pro? Okay, we're on Builder Pro. So if we're building, now we don't, oh my gosh, dude, it's actually pretty quick. My one worry is that, yeah. My one worry is that you're gonna be, so like say you're on this ramp and you're fighting somebody and you go to bring out building, you have to be really careful of just tapping building and not hitting edit. Because look, like if I'm like shooting somebody and then I need to take out my builds, I might accidentally hit edit. So I wouldn't lower that too much if you're gonna keep your edit on B. I would keep it, I would keep it at like a point. See, like I'll show you real quick. If you go all the way down to 0.1, Like this goes so quick. So I'll show you guys hitting B. Like it goes pretty quick. It's a little bit of a hold, but kind of a press. And if you're in like a really intense gunfight, you might accidentally hit edit instead of build. So you just got to be really careful about that. I wouldn't lower it all the way to 0.1. If you're still going to be on B for edit, I would change that to about 0.1, 2, or 3. It should just to where it's a little quicker. So let me see what that's like. Yeah. Okay, I have fall damage off. Don't worry, guys. But yeah, I think I like that. You can still edit pretty quick, honestly. Okay, yeah. So I would change that to like a 0.12, 0.13. Don't go all the way down to 0.1 because then you might accidentally find yourself editing a lot instead of building, which could get really confusing. But now, guys, I'm going to go into the custom controls that I use. So from the last custom video I made, I believe I put edit down on the sprint button down on the left for you guys. But since then, I got an elite controller, guys. And an elite controller has 4 paddles, okay? So I wouldn't really recommend the exact builds that I'm going to be doing and the custom controllers I'm going to be doing here if you guys don't have something like an elite controller, which I imagine a lot of you don't. But if you do, I'll show you exactly what I'm doing here. So you know how B was confirm in edit mode? Super annoying. Well, now you can change where confirm goes. So this is actually something that works for all of you guys. If you change the edit down on the left button, I know a lot of you guys change the edit to the D-pad or another button on the Y, X, B, A, or if you're on PlayStation, whatever button maps to the same here. Okay, guys? These rules go for PlayStation and Xbox. Just because I have an Xbox controller doesn't mean you can't listen to anything I'm saying. They kind of go together. And so right here, change confirm to whatever. So let's say I had LB like down on the left stick is edit. Change confirm to that button. Because that way, when you're out here and you're... Okay, I did not mean to rotate that. And you're out here, you're running, and you hit edit. You can make that edit real quick and hit the same button. You don't have to take your finger off of that edit button. Oh, okay. So when you reset, it's confirmed too. I mean, that makes sense. I don't know why that surprised me. But wow, dude, this is huge. Is it gonna take some adjusting to? Okay, apparently, like, I can't edit this piece. Oh, see, I keep hitting B to confirm. That's why this isn't working. Okay. I was like, why my edit's not working? I'm hitting B. So, yes, this is gonna be absolutely huge, but you guys definitely gotta try this in Playground or in 50v50, somewhere where you're not gonna get killed in like a solo or a squad for dying to it. But yes, change confirm edit to somewhere on your paddle, or I mean the same button that you have edit as, and that's gonna work out perfectly. So now we no longer have combat controls, build controls, we also have edit controls. Wow. Okay, guys, so that's gonna wrap it up, I believe. I gotta change some of this stuff. I think I'm gonna change this to trap picker and stuff as well. Instead of, oh, no. Change material and trap. Okay, no. I like that. But I think this is the biggest update by far, guys, for Epic Games. This is entirely surprising to me. I knew they were coming out with this stuff. I didn't know it was this soon. So, absolutely huge update, guys. Keep in mind that your sensitivity and your controller bindings and everything are completely personal to you, so don't just copy everything I do. However, I like to do a good guideline and kind of talk to you guys about what you should be focusing on. Remember, with your custom control bindings, you should have jump be somewhere other than the buttons. You don't want to have to take your finger off of this right stick to jump. So whether you put jump on down on the left stick, or, you know, as a trigger or something, I guess. I don't know. I've seen some pretty creative controller bindings from you guys. So just listen to each other. If you just have like a standard Xbox or standard PlayStation controller, try to get it to where you can jump and move at the same time. A big key in this game, so you see I can jump with my back paddle. So like I can still keep my finger on this right stick and aim at the same time. So if I'm fighting somebody, I can jump and shoot them pretty accurately too. So that's a really big key, something you really need to make sure you focus on. And after you do that, you're going to be A-okay and golden. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Make sure that you leave a like if you enjoyed this, or subscribe on the channel if you want to come back for more. I understand if not, you know, it's okay. It's okay. You know, I don't want to be one of those channels that's begging, but this is so big for console. Let me know if you want another video explaining something else with this update. There was so much, so I can go into even more detail with each and every single one of these little changes they made. Let me know, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Started as a zero, I was chasing dreams, trying to turn into a hero. Sniper rifle, 5 rivals, going for the title. I could be the one that they idol. Ramp rush, climbing stairs, fire here, I'm over there. It's Rodey fam, hit you while we flying through the air.